Human ranger, fancy dancer, forest dweller, tall tale teller, tree bark smeller. Human ranger, damage dealer, story weaver, owl deceiver. Human ranger, goblin killer, pale ale swiller, dream journal filler. Human ranger, rabble rouser, full of heart, devoid of trouser. Human ranger, hidden stranger, friend of danger, dark avenger. Human ranger, expert juggler, against the chains which bind us, struggler. Human ranger, loot stringer, shameless swinger, on dafunk bringer. Human ranger, check bouncer, espresso mispronouncer. Human ranger, rule flouter, truth spouter, earthworm doubter. Human ranger, poker player, that which others won't say, sayer. Human ranger, trend setter, otter petter, in-joke getter. Human ranger, blame dodger, advertising for a lodger. Human ranger, cheeky chancer, always on the offbeat dance. Human ranger, truth spinner, under sevens judo winner. Human ranger, time waster, different brands of water taster. Human ranger, hog roaster, subtle boaster, party ghoster. Human ranger, high stakes better, cat that got the cream getter. Human ranger, crystal healer, your layers like an onion peeler. Exactly. Human ranger, hell raiser, into the abyss gazer. Human ranger, lithe linguist, sensual astrologist. Human ranger, bugbear wrestler, established societal norm questioner. Human ranger, tune hummer, every known fear overcomer. Human ranger, knowledge gleaner, has the grass that's always greener. Human ranger, deer consumer, vole beguiler, badger groomer. Human ranger, havoc wreaker, noted after dinner speaker. Human ranger, cattle roper, interspecies interloper. Human ranger, bed wetter, moonlit mystic, all in better. Human ranger, prey pouncer, fearless fighter, local counsellor. Deer stalker, fox glover, the one you're with lover. Black run skier, caged bird freer, the change you want to see in the world beer. Human ranger, eldritch blaster, surreptitious podcaster. Human ranger, villain injurer, power broker, serial milliner. Human ranger, wild reaver, what a tangled web we weaver. Human ranger, seed sower, flower grower, the distance goer. Human ranger, head turner, butter churner, bridge burner. Human ranger, shameless liar, rule defier, hair dyer. Human ranger, misbehavior, always against the grain shaver. Human ranger, beast enrager, strong orator, upstager. Human ranger, owl bear slayer, soothsayer, the field player. Human ranger, quick punner, villain stunner, long con runner. A human ranger, heedless cur, own job interview saboteur. Human ranger, of wind guster, no one truster, goat buster. Human ranger, slightly odd, wistful, winsome beetle god. Human ranger, master folder, eye of the beholder, holder. Human ranger, well-worn traveller, yarn spinner, peas cod gatherer. Human ranger, daring dazzler, risk taker, mystery raveler. Human ranger, quip quoter, like a bee stinger, like a butterfly floater. Human ranger, vampire slayer, from the beaten path strayer. Human ranger, sympathizer, self-centered eulogizer. Human ranger, biter, barker, wilds watcher, mushroom marker. Human ranger, action taker, rule breaker, record maker. Human ranger, rhyme writer, hell strider, ogre fighter, duty shirker, misty stepper, nest lurker, go-getter, layer traveller, delver, dazzler, zealous zero, full of joy, hopeless hero, happy boy.
Hey!